Hey, what's good guys, it's Zach. Hope you all are doing well. So in this box I have the LG G6. LG kindly sent out a pre-production unit for me to check out and share with you guys so I can give you guys my first impressions. The full review will wait until I get my hands on the final production unit, which shouldn't be too long from now. So since this is the pre-production unit, this is quite obviously not the box that everybody will be getting when they get their G6, but yeah, let's go ahead and take it out of the box. Yeah, look at this. So we got it in bubble wrap here. Really excited to check this out, but we do have that. And of course, we'll get our usual USB Type-C cable and our wall adapter back here. But probably won't end up using these, so I'll just toss them back in there. Here is the G6. I was really excited to get my hands on this as I saw a whole bunch of videos of other YouTubers posting about it, and I really like the look of it. So here we go, wrapped up in plastic, and man, this looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and take the plastic off. I know you guys want to hear this, so check this out. So I went around the phone and I took off all of the plastic, and we have this really nice piano black finish, and man, does it look nice. But as soon as you start holding the phone, of course, you know what'll happen. You'll get fingerprints all over the place. But overall, this does look a lot better than the G5. I did like the G5. I thought it was a pretty decent phone, but I'm really excited for this one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple of other phones over here. I have here the Galaxy S7 Edge, and as you can see, it is a little thicker, but again, not a huge deal or anything like that. In terms of a footprint, the screen size, of course, is 0.2 of an inch bigger than the one on the S7 Edge. Of course, it is taller, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but in terms of footprint, they're about the same, so there you go. Not much of a bigger phone, but you do get a bigger screen. And then we have LG's own V20, which I actually do really like. This one also has a 5.7-inch display. Of course, it does have that secondary display up top there, but in terms of footprint, it is a bit bigger than the G6. As you can see there, it's a much bigger phone. Of course, it has the same screen size, so there's that. And then we have the iPhone 7 Plus, which also has a larger footprint, but this one actually has a smaller screen at only 5.5 inches. So Apple, I'm expecting them to step up their game there. As you can see there, it's a much bigger phone, but yeah, smaller display than the G6. And then last but not least, we have my daily driver, the Google Pixel XL, which has a 5.5-inch display. As you can see, the footprint is a tad larger than the G6. And there you go, thickness and everything good there. So very similar footprint, but again, bigger screen here on the G6. So in terms of hardware, we're looking at all metal and glass finally, and that glass also allows for something that I'm very excited for, and that's wireless charging. So while wireless charging isn't the fastest way to charge up your phone, it is definitely a fun and very convenient way to get your phone juiced up while you're working, for example. Okay, so in terms of overall specifications, we're getting pretty much what you would expect here. We're looking at the Snapdragon 821 with the Adreno 530, 4 gigs of RAM. We've got dual 13 megapixel cameras there on the back. It does have an IP68 rating, which I'm very happy for as well. So you don't have to worry about spilling anything on this or dropping it in the toilet or anything like that. And last but not least, I have to mention it, it does have a headphone jack. And then at the bottom, we have something that I'm not too happy about, and that's the single bottom firing speaker. You guys know how I feel about that, especially when compared to stereo speakers. Not too hot on that, but of course we have to wait and see what they actually sound like. And then right next to that, we have our USB Type-C port. So overall, in terms of hardware, I'm actually really liking this. It looks nice, it's nice and sleek, it's very clean. All right, so I went ahead and I turned on the G6, and wow, that screen looks absolutely amazing. But before I get into the software, I just want to go ahead and say that the hardware is something that I'm really impressed with, especially when compared to the G5. I actually really like this. Of course, the glass back panel is going to get loaded up with fingerprints, but overall, it's a very, very solid device. And this display, my gosh. And I totally forgot to take the front screen protector off. Alright, so I went ahead and I set everything up. It's a pretty quick process, looking good so far, but here's the home screen, and man, this screen is really something. So in case you guys didn't already know, we are looking at an 18:9 aspect ratio as opposed to the regular 16:9 we get on our other smartphones. I'm gonna go ahead and put it side by side here with my S7 Edge so you guys can get a good idea of what the display looks like. And as you can see, I put I have an application, I forgot, oh, is it like Corner Fly or something like that? I forgot what it's called here on the S7 Edge, where I can get those rounded corners. But there you go, there's a size comparison, screen comparison to the S7 Edge right there. So in terms of software, we are looking at Android 7.0 with LG's UX version 6 on top. We do get the Google Assistant, which is really awesome. And LG did lighten their skin a little bit, which is nice to see. So it's still not stock stock Android or anything like that, but it's still very much LG here. But it's definitely not bad. In my opinion, I can actually deal with this. It's pretty nice, and it doesn't bog the system down or anything like that. So at first, with the taller screen and the screen with the curved edges, it's definitely going to take some getting used to. It's a little interesting, but it is growing on me. There's no doubt about that. I kind of do like the look of it. And of course, we have very small bezels here around the phone, so I'm definitely a big fan of that. But let's go ahead and check out Google Assistant. When's the next Bulls game? So like I said before, this is a pre-production unit, so not everything on this phone is finalized, especially as software goes, but definitely looking forward to the G6 as a whole. And yeah, it seems like it's going to be a really great phone. I guess before we finish the video, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the camera. So again, dual 13 megapixel cameras on the back, and as you can see, that wide angle is insane. Really looking forward to taking this out and testing it, but I can already tell you that it's going to be a really good camera. It looks really good already. So the camera here is pretty darn quick. As you can see, we're just taking pictures right away, and because the screen is a bit taller, it does allow us to check out some pictures that we have here right after we took them, as opposed to having to go into the gallery and check them out that way. But overall, I'm liking the camera interface. It's pretty nice. The cameras themselves are quick, and switching in between them is really easy. And yeah, I'm really liking the look of these pictures so far. But of course, final verdict, we'll have to wait until the actual review comes out. But definitely stay tuned for that. And that's been it for the LG G6 first impressions video. First impressions are definitely really good for this phone. I really like it so far, and yeah, definitely stay tuned for the full review. But that does it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That does it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching.